Hi guys, this is Becca. I'm here with exercises for injuries today, and I'm going to give you a few different poses, yoga poses that you can do to help chronic pain. And manage it a little bit better. So here we go. I have my mat today on the floor. You can actually do this in bed as well. So if getting down on the floor is not going to be helpful for you today, don't worry about it. You can do this right laying down in bed. If you can go down the floor, great. I have a couple of things. I have a bolster, and it's going to go underneath my knees to start. If you don't have a bolster, cool. You can use some pillows and just stack them up underneath your knees. I also have a little bit of a blanket just to hold my head up a little bit. You don't need to. If you do have neck issues, a good thing to do is just rolling up a towel. I have one here. You can just roll it up like so, and you can put it under the nape of your neck, and that's going to support your neck vertebrae, especially if you have stability issues in your neck and that's painful for you. So come prepared for your practice in any way that you can feel amazing and comfortable, because that's what this practice is about. All right, let's get started. So as you get down, wherever you are able to get down to, on your bed or on the floor, on your mat, we're gonna boast up our knees to begin. This is a good way to, even when you're sleeping, guys, if you are a back sleeper, boast up your knees. It's gonna take a lot of pressure off the lower back. So as you get down there, take your time, go slow, okay? And find that comfy position for you. Take a moment just to work in your joints and your bones and your muscles a little bit where you feel comfortable and at ease. That's the name of the game. So in this position, take your hands face up about 45 degrees from the body and take a moment just to tuck the shoulder blades under here. And we're just going to start to acknowledge any sensations that arise in the body at the moment. So I'm not going to call them pain. I'm going to call them sensations. And we're just not going to label them pain. We're just going to, think of them as either, good or not so good sensations, if you will. So just acknowledge where you are feeling those sensations at the moment. And try not to judge them, but try to give your body some compassion around what you are feeling right now. You are going through a lot if you do have chronic pain, so acknowledge that and give yourself and your body and your mind some compassion around it. Take a moment and just settle in. Close your eyes. Trust yourself for a moment. And we're just going to start to relax through the body. So relaxing the face, the eyes, the shoulders, unclench the jaw. So I know that if you are going through a flare-up or chronic pain, or you are in pain, sometimes other muscles in your body tense up as well. So your jaw, your shoulders, your face, sometimes your belly or your hips. So just acknowledge that, because maybe your pain is in your neck, but you're feeling pain in the hips because they're always tight when you are dealing with a flare-up. So acknowledge that as well. So we're going to go through every part of our body here and see if we can relax it one at a time. So moving our way into our arms, our belly. See if you can soften through the hips and the sacrum. Allow the legs to become a little heavier. The knees and the ankles are just splaying off the legs there. No tension throughout the body. So in this position, you might notice the longer you stay here, and if you are noticing sensations, that the sensations may change. So acknowledging sensations for what they are as they change. And sometimes if you settle your mind, those sensations settle as well. So seeing if you can, take your time in this position to do that. Okay. So you can be here for as long as you need. If your brain starts to wander in other directions, turn your attention back to sensations in the body or back to the breath. So just noticing the rise and fall of the torso with the breath. Notice the pace of the breath, notice the depth of the breath, and see if you can take that breath down a little deeper and slow it down a little bit. Good. So after you are done that and you're feeling pretty good, I'm just gonna get you to roll over to one side and lift yourself up nice and gently. So I'm gonna take my bolster here and I'm just gonna put it underneath my back. So if you have a long blanket, you can actually roll it up as well to make a shape like this, and that will work just fine as well. What we're gonna do in this position is open up our chest and our shoulders. Sometimes when we do have chronic pain, our body starts to sink in like this just because it's a protective mechanism, guys. So if you notice your shoulders rolling in or crunching up during episodes of your flare-ups, I have a technique that will try to open up the chest and give it a little more space so you can feel a little bit better. So I'm just gonna take my bum just to the center of the mat. So my bum is off the bolster and off the blanket if you have a blanket. And then I'm just gonna lay the rest of my body down onto my bolster like so. My head is even supported. If you need a little extra for your head there, you can actually bring a blanket or a gentle pillow or a small pillow up and put it underneath your head. Knees can be bent or straight out, whatever feels good for your legs here. In this position, we're just gonna widen our arms and allow the shoulder blades to kind of sink down on either side of whatever's bolstering you up. So either your bolster or your blanket. And we're gonna let gravity do the work. So my elbows are bent here. I'm feeling a nice stretch through the chest and through the shoulders. And we're gonna be here for about 10 breaths. So you can go ahead and breathe nice and deep. And what I want you to think about during those 10 breaths is just letting go of tension on the exhales. So getting heavier on the exhales. It's not getting heavier by forcing it, it's getting heavier with gravity. So just allowing the weight of your body and your arms to do the work here, essentially. So same thing, just acknowledging what's happening going on in your body, acknowledging your breath, how deep and the pace that you are breathing, and seeing if you can slow the pace, calm the mind, and calm the body here while gravity is doing the work. Good. So you guys can stay here for about 10 breaths. I feel better already. Hope you guys are starting to feel better too. I'm going to move on, but if you'd like to stay there, you can just pause your video. The next exercise we're gonna do, when you're ready, roll off to one side gently and slowly once again. I'm going to take my pillow or my bolster and I'm gonna put it underneath my sacrum this time. Okay, so I'm just lifting my hips up here a little bit. Good. So you can do this against a wall, or if you have a chair, you can put your legs up on the chair. So if the seat of the chair is under your legs here, or if you have a wall, you can turn around and put your legs up the wall here as well. Anywhere where you're comfortable putting your feet up, okay? Also, if it's comfortable, you can actually just let your legs come up and hang out here for a bit as well. So this is just allowing change of blood flow. It's allowing circulation. It's allowing oxygen to come towards our brain as well and getting pressure off of our lower limbs. Okay, so if you have edema or swelling in the lower limbs, this is a really good one to do as well. It helps your vascular system as well by constricting and dilating the vascular system. So take a moment here. You can also stay here for about 10 breaths wherever you're comfortable. Legs up on a chair, off the side of your bed maybe, or up a wall, something where your feet are up for a little bit. And at the same time you're doing that, you're just making sure that everything else is staying relaxed and your breath is staying calm and deep. You're seeing if you can slow the heart rate by calming down the nervous system here a little bit as well. Good. When you're done, you can actually just bring the knees in towards the belly. Give yourself a little hug and maybe even rock side to side there a little bit if that feels good. When you are ready to get up, maybe you choose to have a nap now, and that is totally fine. You know, balance if you do have chronic pain issues, not doing too much or too little is the key. So take a moment, when you get up to pat yourself on the back. Find some compassion for yourself through the day, even if you are struggling. Do what you need to get through the day. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed your session today. As always, go check out exercisesforinjuries.com. Lots of helpful tips there as well.